What's up, guys? So today I wanted to show you guys some new settings for Warzone that will definitely improve your KD. I play on controller right now, but I've been playing on mouse and keyboard for the last several years. So these settings are interchangeable between both devices. It doesn't matter if you're using a controller, it doesn't matter if you're using mouse and keyboard. I'm going to run through the settings for both just so that you guys get a good feel for it. Alright, so of course, you gotta open your Call of Duty first if you're gonna be changing any settings here. I have it in Resurgence Trios right now because I'm gonna run a few games, get warmed up so we can work on our nuke achievement, obviously. We're gonna go right into settings here. Skip the quick, skip the keyboard and mouse. I'm gonna go right to graphics off rip to first show you this. I run full screen exclusive. Obviously, we have our graphic. This stuff, you can't change anything. That's the way it is unless you buy a new graphics card. All right, I run on display resolution 1080, obviously. If we go down here, low latency, I have on plus boost. I have eco mode on efficiency. But also, you can customize this and make it run more crazy. But I like it on efficiency. I have my custom frame rate limit at 140 because I only have a 144 hertz monitor. Nothing crazy, but I like to have it on 140 so that it's not maxed out, but 140 hertz is plenty for me. I keep my menu and out of focus on 30 and 15 because you don't need high frames when you're in the out of focus or the menu. It just doesn't make any sense. Then down here, focus mode, I have it at 90. Then you go into quality. I have my graphic preset on custom, of course. Just render resolution, I have it at 100. 100 is the best way you want to go through this. And then dynamic, I have off. We don't need that. That's just going to reduce your latency. You don't need that. Upscaling and sharpening, fidelity, FX, CAS. Ray tracing off, of course, because that's just going to slow you down. Of course, if you're running the best stats on your PC out of any PC in the race right now, then I guess you could run ray reconstruction, but you don't need all of that. That's just overkill. If you're trying to be a good player, turn it off. If you're trying to make the game look cool, turn it on. But I'd rather work on skill than the way the game looks. VRAM scale target I have at 90. Variable rate off. Texture resolution low. Texture filter low. Depth of field off. Detail quality level low. Particle resolution very low. Bullet impacts off. Persistent effects off. Shader quality low. On-demand texture streaming off. So that it's just using the native textures that are already downloaded. Keeping it off is just going to help your latency a lot. I would just leave this off. It's just your best bet. Local texture streaming quality low. Shadow quality low. Screen space shadows off. Ambient occlusion off. Screen plate space reflections off. Static reflection quality low. Tessellation off. Volumetric quality low. And as we go through this list, just copy down exactly what I have here. Water quality off. Weather grid volumes off. View, a lot of people, when I'm running multiplayer comp or multiplayer ranked, I put this at 106 just because you don't need that 120 field of view when you're playing multiplayer ranked. And technically at 106, your aim assist is kicking a little better. So you are getting a little more aim assist. But in Warzone, the 120 makes everything flow a little better. If you watch a lot of Warzone streamers and you watch a lot of Warzone content creators, you'll realize a lot of them are running at 110 to 120. I run 120 because I've been running mouse and keyboard for many years, and 120 on M&K is beautiful, and it flows nice, and you're not really worried about aim assist. But then, I also play controller now. So when I'm on controller, I run it at 122, just because I'm used to it, and it's the way I play. I do recommend getting used to 120, dealing with the little hit you're taking on aim assist, because you are going to see more. Obviously, it's going to affect your frames just a tiny bit, but 120, you are seeing more. And in Warzone, that's a big thing. And again, these aren't settings for multiplayer ranked. Multiplayer ranked, I run at 106 FOV all the time. Sometimes I've dabbled into the 10 range when I'm running a more open map and I need to see a little bit more, but you don't want to be running 120 in multiplayer ranked. It's just not recommended, just because of the extra ADS hit you take. 120 on Warzone, strongly recommend it. Get used to it, use it. It's the way to play. Obviously, ADS field of view I have unaffected. This is personal preference. Some people like it independent, but affected is across the board most recommended by most Warzone players. Weapon field of view I have on wide. Make sure you turn this on wide. If you have this on default or narrow, the gun is going to, or whatever weapon you have, is going to fill up a lot of your screen, and you're going to be missing a lot of intel on different things that you could be seeing that your weapon is covering up. Put it on wide so you can see a little more, and it actually makes the weapon look a little cooler anyway. Vehicle field of view on wide. Third person field of view, who cares? Leave it at 90. Who really uses third person field of view? World motion blur off. Make sure this and the weapon motion blur are off. It's going to look like crap. Your game is going to it just doesn't flow good. It looks terrible. Some people say it looks cool for cinematic value. It hurts my head to look at when it's blurry. I would keep both these off. Every Warzone player likes them off. It's just the way to play this game. Film grain, I put this at 0. When you have this up a little bit, it's actually going to affect things you see just a little bit more. It's not going to look as clear. I keep this at 0. Keep it clear. Keep it smooth. Keep the game running good. Course, first person and third person camera movement, put that at 50%, the least. You don't want that high, because then when there's grenades, when there's a vehicle, when there's like vibrations from a precision, or you land in your parachute, it's going to be really shaky. You don't want that when you're trying to aim at targets and take targets out. You don't want any shakiness. Third person ADS transition, of course. Third person ADS, it doesn't matter. Nobody uses third person, and I don't even know if you can in Warzone. Never tried, never will. Inverted flashbang. Do not do that. Leave it off. It's just going to make everything look like trash. And then we're going to get into our controller and MNK settings. If you're on MNK, I have it at 12 cents because I run a high DPI mouse. Obviously, your sensitivity is completely up to you, because everyone uses a different sensitivity on their mouse when they're playing. But if we go into gameplay, automatic sprint, I have off. A lot of people like it on, but when you're trying to sneak around and it gets to late game and you're trying to sneak around a building and all of a sudden you're taking shots and you want to like get behind something, you don't want it to auto sprint. You don't want it to auto make that noise. You want it to be to where you could just chill, you know? Leave that off. Prone behavior, I have on toggle as well as crouch. You don't want that on hold. That's stupid. And then these are the rest of the settings you can copy down, obviously. I'll just keep going through all of these for you. My interact is going to be the most important. So equipment, I have on hold. Weapon mount, toggle, because you don't want it on hold. It just doesn't make any sense. We're going to keep going down. And then there we have all of our gameplay settings. We go to controller. Right now, my button layout is bumper jumper tactical. Not a lot of people run this. I do, because I don't have my back pedals programmed yet. And bumper jumper has just been the way I've played for a long time. I do not have to move my fingers for jumping, and I jump a lot. And I also drop shot a lot. So bumper jumper tactical allows me to crouch with my analog stick, jump with my left bumper. I throw my tactical by taking my finger off of the analog stick and hitting X. That's fine. If I'm taking time to throw a tactical, I am obviously in a situation where I'm not really worried about getting super quick to cover or moving and aiming in on a guy. I'm worried about throwing the tactical and then using the tactical after. So X works for me. Circle is melee. So I don't melee a lot in this game. Once in a while I do. If someone's close enough to where I need to melee, I'm not really worried about taking my thumb off the analog stick for a second, or taking my finger off of the trigger and keeping the thumb on the analog stick and just pushing on circle, and then moving this middle finger to my trigger if I have to use it. Trigger effect off. Some people play with it on. I just think it's stupid to have it on. It's going to slow you down a little bit. It's going to slow down your shots. It's just not really worth it. Dead zone inputs. This is where I'm going to surprise you. Okay, left stick dead zone. I have or test stick. I'm not going to like show you all that stuff. When you test it, it just allows you to see if your dead zones are bad or if you're getting a lot of stick drift. I don't have it. I put my left stick minimum at 1. A lot of people like it on 0. I put it at 1 just because if I ever do get stick drift, I don't want it to just start trickling in. 1 is fine. My left stick max, though, I have on 68. A lot of people recommend 68 to 80. And the reasoning for this is when you're strafing, it allows for when you move the analog stick a little less, or say when you move it, it's going to be a faster amount of time to get that maximum movement speed. So if you're strafing back, left and right, it's allowing you to do that a lot quicker and not have to get the analog stick all the way to the left or all the way to the right for a full strafe. So I recommend trying 68 to 80 in that range. Don't have that on 100 or 99. It's not worth it. And even in multiplayer ranked, this is a very good setting because as you're strafing, that aim assist is locking a little better. Strafing allows for a stronger and faster aim assist. My right stick min, I have it on 4. Reasoning because a lot of PlayStation controllers have problems with stick drift. I don't have a lot right now, but I'm preventing crazy stick drift mid-game down the road. But keep the... Oh, that hurt. But keep the right stick max at 99. And then, of course, my triggers are at 0. Keep those at 0 so that when you pull the trigger, it is instant. Down to my aiming, I put it at 9.9. A lot of pros in the CDL run at 6.6, but a lot of Warzone players play at a higher sensitivity. That way you can be more snappy and quick with your movements because movement is huge in Warzone. So I keep mine at 9.9. I used to play at 2020, believe it or not, because I was an M&K player, so I'm used to that fast movement, that fast aiming around. But as I got used to controller, 9.9 just seems the best because I'm getting a little more accuracy out of it. And then make sure your aim response curve type is on dynamic. I strongly recommend it. A lot of people start on standard and they're wondering why their aim feels clunky and weird. Try dynamic. Trust me, it will change the game for you. And then aim assist, make sure it's on. I run Black Ops. There are a lot of people that have recently switched back to default, but please trust me, Black Ops is just the way to go. Warzone and ranked multiplayer as well. ADS aim assist on, of course, you don't want that off. It just doesn't make any sense. Gameplay. I want to go to interact here for you guys because it is an insanely important setting. So we'll go down to equipment is on hold, obviously, text dance, interact. Okay. Interact / reload behavior. Some people like tap to reload. In Warzone, you want to be able to run up to a crate and open that crate as quick as possible and be able to pick up weapons as quick as possible. If you're standing there holding down your button waiting for the weapon to pick up and someone's coming up behind you because you just landed, you're going to get pistoled to death. You're going to lose that fight. Tap to interact. You simply tap the button, tap it again to pick up the weapon, or there's just a weapon laying on the ground. It's not even a crate. You just tap, you have it, start shooting. Hold to reload. Some people are like, oh, I want to be able to just tap and reload though. Reloading, obviously, if you're reloading, you're in a situation where you're safe enough for a few seconds to get that reload off. Hold to reload just makes more sense. Keep it on tap to interact because prioritize is weird. Sometimes it's like it'll mess you up when you're mid-fight. Tap to reload is stupid. You want those weapons off the ground quick so that you can mess people up. Keep your armor plate behavior on apply 1 because some people like this on apply all, but you want it to be, throw on a plate, keep running, throw on a plate. You press the button when you want that plate. In case, I know they allow sprinting while plating, but what if you put on one plate, guy comes out of nowhere and you're like, I need to chow this right now. What if you're applying all plates? Then you got to try and cancel that and then start the gunfight. Stupid. Just keep it on apply 1. Now, we will go into a game, and I'll show you how these settings work for me. And hopefully, we can bring you up to that 5.0 KD. Actually, I can play this building. I'm good at it. Fuck. I'm descending it. There's a team on me, Smiles. I don't know if landing here is going to be good. Now you're getting tracked. I was getting sniped at. I was just getting sniped at is all. We're close on money. I'm gonna try to hit a few buildings. Give me your money, doggy.
Got gas moving in.
There's nothing here. I'll throw this, I guess. There we go, there we go.
The enemy
Meet on by.
down there. Enemies are dropping into the
They're landing on by, probably.
skies.
Grab that. My money's on buy. Get a load up.
You got a loadout drop in there. You're being tracked
That going
by an
roof?
enemy squad. Evade and survive.
Buy some plates. Alright, I got it. Smiles. Muni. On by. Revive him.
Left side.
Go for the res.
Guys right below me.
Fucking way. Got him. Got one at least.
Nice. Back down.
Fucking way, man.
I took one.
Gas is inbound, marking a new safe zone.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get the other one on roof.
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm alright.
Enemies dropping into the AO. Loadout drop headed your way.
He's landing on his loot, back right.
Oh, he's on the roof. He's on the roof. What?
25 remain.
I'm saying land here, saying land.
Gas is closing in. Move to the safe zone.
What the fuck? Where you come from? Oh, you little bitch.
Down to you, soldier.
How?
What the hell? They're all over doggy. I'm trying to reload here.
Enemy
Up here on the left.
incoming. Got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Broken straight ahead. Let's work train cars. We're gonna want to work this.
Gas is moving.
On our left. I'm being pushed right now.
Gas is in the zone.
I took two. I'm just going to hangars. Hangars. On our right, there's people. I gotta reload. We're getting bombed in on. Closed door. They were on our right. Let's go to right hangar. Ready? Ready for the push? 3, 2, 1, go. Nothing. He's on our right. Right here.
Closing in.
Did you guys find that guy? Yeah, he's right here. Right here. Let's push it. Push it quick. Behind counters. Fuck me, dude. I'm at 19. No way. Hold house.
Gulag's locked down. Area is clear.
You said you heard cluster?
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
They're on our left. I found him. One dead.
You're losing ground. Move it. Advise you head to the safe zone. You've got a lot of ground.
That's one team.